Welcome back to Two Douchey Guys, 2DG. Another beer review.
As we'll call them our loyal fans, the ones that have actually watched the video.
Both of you.
Yeah. No, we are huge fanboys. We mean that in the most utmost respectful term that we can of 3Floyds. For two reasons. One, they're top 5 brewery in the country. It's fine. But two, they're in state. We can generally get most of their stuff.
They're pretty close.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours away. We can generally get most of their stuff about as much as we want. And then shout out to Treon Tavern in New Haven, Indiana. They have 50 or 60 some taps, and I think 15 or 20 of those are dedicated strictly to 3Floyds.
Yeah, awesome.
So it's awesome to go there and get that. But even though we are pretty close and they are getting bigger, one of the beers that I've been able to get more frequently now, about every other week.
I'm on a wait list. I've got it once in the last
and you've heard it mentioned.
3 months.
Yeah, you've heard it mentioned in a couple of other videos that we've done. This
is
Zombie Dust. Zombie Dust is an American Pale Ale hopped exclusively with Citra, which Citra is, I think, probably my first or second favorite hop. That there really is at this point.
It's probably the hop that got me hooked on craft.
Yeah. Now, are we probably going to give this a high review? Yeah, but it's going to be as non-biased as we can possibly make it.
Have I already reviewed this on this channel? Yes, I have, but it was just me and it was terrible.
Yeah, was it a good review?
No. So we're going to redo it.
So we're going to do it right. But yes, 3Floyds Zombie Dust American Pale Ale. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And I know that a lot of you in America can't get 3Floyds. I think we've got, a 3-state maybe that they distribute in?
They're in Illinois, Wisconsin,
Are
Indiana.
They in Wisconsin now? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, Indiana, and I think they're in
I don't even think they hit Michigan, do they?
Kentucky.
No kidding.
But I'm not
that one I didn't
sure.
know. Check when I'm down there next
In
week.
Wisconsin, I think it's strictly kind of limited to Milwaukee, or the Milwaukee area. But
so the distribution's not huge, but again, they're just on the outskirts of Chicago, so they have a huge market that they could tap if they wanted to. However, I know that a lot of you can't get this, and I know a lot of you have probably heard of it. Again, bias is fair. I do prefer this. I am prejudiced towards this beer. I like this beer a lot. This guy somehow tends to get it quite frequently, though, so if you want to do some trades.
Also, 3Floyds is known for their awesome art on the bottle. I don't know if you can see the Zombie King right there, but it's kind of cool.
If not, it's probably in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
So check that out.
Alright, so let's do this.
Let's do it.
Appearance. Nice golden color.
Very clear, too.
Yeah.
They filter, apparently, so would expect nothing less from them.
Yeah, very clear. Nice head, nice white head, loose bubbles.
Good retention as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Looks like we'll probably have some nice lacing from it as well.
Absolutely, it will.
Alright. Let's
sorry.
get some aroma on
Let's
this.
do it.
Okay? Now, there are a couple things I want to say. Number one is this bottle is pretty much at room temp, but that's just because we wanted to get a lot of the flavor out of it. Now, if you're a home brewer and you've ever taken hops in your hand, and everyone's done it, crush it up, you get the smell. Number one, that's the first thing you get from here. It's a raw hop smell.
I get a lot of maltiness too, though. I mean, you can definitely smell the malt sweetness coming through.
Now, in the aroma, though, you get peach, apricot, you get lemon, lemongrass.
Definitely.
You get all that. Not a lot of grapefruit or anything like that. It's not a West Coast style, and we've referred to the Midwest kind of style. They've done something special with the Citra hop. Let's
do it.
Get a taste on this.
Absolutely. So smooth.
Yeah.
So balanced.
Yeah. Let's say they've with this beer to me perfected the balance between your malt and your hops. Now, the hops, you get the bitterness up front. After that, though, you get huge amounts of lemon, huge amounts of lemongrass, huge amounts of apricot, tangerine. It's all there. You get a tiny bit of a floral character as well. But underneath all of that, you get that sweet, bready malt that's not at all overpowering. It doesn't at all take away from the hops being center stage. It goes down smooth. It doesn't have, or it's not a very dry beer either.
I find it to be fairly dry.
Yeah.
That's me.
But the reason that this beer is so hyped is because it earned it.
Yeah, when you think of a balance, when we say balanced, we mean balanced. There is nothing that just goes and steals from the other. Everything is just on par. It's almost, I mean, you taste it and you're like, this is where it should be. There, you just can't think of how it could be improved. I can't.
No, and then 3Floyds, being out of Munster, Indiana, a lot of people just say it's kind of like, you know, a suburb of Chicago. But anyway, if you Google or go to Beer Advocate or whatever and type in top Indiana beers, 3Floyds owns, I think, all of the top 20, or like 18 out of the top 20.
It just depends on time of year.
Yeah. Number one is generally always like the bourbon barrel aged, or bourbon barrel vanilla bean aged Dark Lord, and then maybe another Dark Lord variant. But in the top 2 or 3, generally always is Zombie Dust. And yeah, now on Beer Advocate, now that the craft beer scene has officially exploded and it's everywhere, it's fallen down the overall list. I still think it's in the top 25, but I'm not sure exactly where.
It's one of those products, though. The brewery itself and this product are one of those situations where it's so good that you just generate haters. You know, I have seen haters on 3Floyds in general, and I've seen haters on Dark Lord. I've seen haters on Zombie Dust, and I particularly find it completely unwarranted. You know, they're consistently producing world-class products.
Yeah, is the hype ridiculous over some things?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll say personally that I've had beers that are just as good as Dark Lord, if not better, that I can get semi-regularly. Now, for Zombie Dust in particular, have I had a lot of pale ales that are better than this? No, I have not. Is this the best one I've ever had? No, I don't think so. I'm hard-pressed to remember any that are better, but as far as living up to hype, this does.
Alright, before this gets too long, and before we drag this out into a big ol'
Love fest.
yeah, unless 3Floyds catches this and wants to send us some stuff.
Yeah, Nick Floyd, if you're watching, hey.
Let's get on to the ratings. I think most people can already figure out where we're going to go, but
let's do style. It is an American Pale Ale, which means it's generally higher in alcohol and a lot more hop forward, but we are sticking with just the Pale Ale category, which we do for generally all of them that say American Pale Ale. So, for style.
I'm going to give it a 10 because it is my standard.
Yeah.
It's what I love.
Fair or not, it is generally what you hold all other
Yeah.
beers to. 10 for me as well.
I like the balance.
Yeah, the balance
strikes.
I'm not going to say there's a ton of complexity because they do use just one hop, and obviously I don't know the malt bill because 3Floyds, if you haven't noticed already, if you've gone on their website or whatever, are incredibly secretive about all of their recipes.
And if you visit the brewery and take the tour, you see 2-row. That's all you see out on the floor. You don't see any other.
At least we didn't. We are going there again September 19th. Watch out for that video to be posted. But until then.
By the way, fantastic food.
Yeah, really great food. And a lot of the knock that I see, if you go to their Facebook page for the 3Floyds Brew Pub, is like their service sucks and blah, blah,
I've not seen that.
Yeah.
Music's good, everything.
Yeah. Music's good, food's good, atmosphere. We even went when it was like, freezing and in the rain, if you watched our video.
Yeah, that's on there.
Which seems to be the only kind of videos that people do watch. Whatever.
Cool.
yeah, it was good. I had no knocks to say against it. The brewery tour, I feel, could maybe be a little bit longer, maybe
Yeah.
see a little bit more.
And hopefully this time it will be with the new distillery opening.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
they did
see a
open a
little bit more.
distillery. I believe they're going to do like a Dark Lord based bourbon, which will probably be impossible to get, but hey.
That would be interesting because I assume they can age their beers in their own stuff now. It's a possibility,
Yeah.
you know. Anyway, continue on.
But overall,
I'd give it a 10 too. It's something that I do go out of my way to find. I'm on a sign-up sheet. I'm waiting. I'm constantly trying to get it. I just enjoy it. Willing to trade though.
yeah, if we do eventually get people to watch these videos, watch them, like and subscribe. But yeah, me living in Fort Wayne is the second biggest market in Indiana, behind like Indianapolis, which I don't even know how much they get in Indianapolis because they have Chicago right there.
Right.
But anyway, generally, like I said, about every other week I can get a 6-pack of this. I'm not going to tell you where if you're in Fort Wayne and you watch the video.
It's up to you to find out.
Yeah. And I do generally go out of my way to get it, and I will continue to do that. But yeah, if you're out east, out west, and you got some stuff I can't get, yeah, man, we can trade. But anyway, yeah, overall 10. I will go out of my way for this. I do go out of my way for this, and it is fair or not what I hold all other beers up to. It's like, do you compare it to Zombie Dust? Should I put you above Zombie Dust? But
And that would be a great day.
yeah.
Nothing against Zombie Dust or 3Floyds, but if I can find a beer that rises above in my book, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah. Like we said before the video, before we got into it, we are fanboys. This shouldn't be a surprise,
Sorry.
but
I also think we're, fair about it.
Yeah.
So I know this has got to be getting long, but
yeah, 2DG.
enjoy.